Before we go any further, I want to pause for a second. What Mandie is about to share is real, and it's heavy. So wherever you are, just take a moment with us, because this next part changed everything. Now hold up, pause, booze. Why y'all listening and not subscribed yet? Go ahead, click that button. Don't have us over here giving all this good energy for you to disappear next week.
It's your girl, Ringo.
And LA Nice.
And this is
That Quiet Storm.
Hey, boo. Hey, girl. You ready? Yeah, girl.
Today, we are talking about something that has been weighing on our hearts. This has been heavy, and a time that's already heavy.
My goodness.
And I'm going to do two things to start us off. The first thing I'm going to explain, as you see, we had to reset, and we had to do this for our girl, Mandie. We had to get real comfortable. Because of how vulnerable it is, I'm having chills as I speak right now, and I could cry. And I'm not going to lie to you, you're going to see tears.
It's gonna.
I told them, y'all, we got to be pretty for at least
For the first 10
Capture it now.
It's heavy, okay? Like, we can feel the heaviness.
Yeah.
We knew this was coming.
The shift has happened. We knew
so
this was
warm.
coming. We empaths. I'm cursing a lot because I'm that vulnerable. So today, in our comfortability, we are wearing purple, which is the color of domestic violence.
Awareness.
Upon several other different things, but today, and what you all know that we are here for, is to talk about this situation.
Yeah.
Horrific incident. Violation. The violation. The audacity.
The audacity.
How? I don't even want to get there. So you understand why we're wearing purple. You understand why we're in our comfortability because of the vulnerability. But I did something a couple months ago, and I said a prayer on our podcast because I want to bring God into every single thing that we do daily. And we need him. And so this morning, knowing what we were getting ready to talk about today, I sent them a prayer. It's been heavy. It's been heavy on all of us in different ways, in the same way. It's a lot going on in this world. And we all need a prayer. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to say this prayer. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I thank you. Oh, Father God, thank you for being the shield.
Yes, Lord.
Thank you for covering us through our darkness. Thank you for covering us in our weakness, in our down moments, even when you know we are not that. We serve a mighty God, and he gets us through every single trial, and we triumph every single time. So how dare we question him? We ask you for your continued shield, as we are the warriors that have been beaten, but we stand strong. We stand in your victory for what is to come and what is. Because my God, today, Father God, no one is higher or above you, Lord.
That's
We thank you for covering us.
Thank you, Lord.
We thank you for being that shield. We thank you for your protection. We thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, and your light, Father God. And I ask that you restore light to us.
Yes, God.
Let us be the voice of reasoning for what our people are seeing.
Yes, God.
Father God, let us be the voice for them to also speak up. Say their stand.
Yes, God.
It doesn't matter who you are, you have a story. And you are allowing us this platform to say exactly what that is. God, we thank you.
And thank you, Jesus.
Thank you. In Jesus' name, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Well, it's that kind of episode. That's what's going on today.
I'm proud of you. Sorry, I'm so proud of you. I know what it takes for you to even do that. I know the push that you had.
Can I say this?
Oh, man.
Even before we start, I am grateful that God is positioning me to be around women who are finally tapping into their true purpose and potential. Because a lot of us have been friends on surface levels for so long.
Ooh-wee.
That everybody that's connected to me right now, and I can say this with full confidence, all of my true friends are operating in their God-given. That everybody's in that God-given, because this is the time, this is the climate for it. It's really time out for us playing and being such, like, either you gonna tap in now or you gonna tap out.
Oh.
And I'm super grateful, despite this has been a very difficult week.
Yep.
For all of us.
We
We have had some major hits.
Oh,
We've
man.
taken some major losses, but we know that we have victory in
In the name of Jesus, yes,
and
we
the
do.
fact that we're even here to even present this to you is proof that God is very much still in control.
Yes, absolutely.
And that we have given him control of our lives, because what we are walking into, the purpose that we want, this ain't easy at all.
Oh.
It's not easy at all. But I'm grateful that God has given me sisters,
Yes.
friends
Yes.
that stand in agreement with me in their own personal lives so that we can conquer this together.
Yes.
So I'm proud of the both of you. I'm proud of this platform.
I can't look at her.
I want to look at her. From episode 1 to now, the feedback and the response from not just women, even though this is Women's Appreciation Month, Women's History Month, not just from women, but from men too.
Yes, you're absolutely right.
Saying that thank you for being
right.
a voice and being strong enough to talk about what you've been through, because you give me the strength to know that if I'm not ready now, one day I will.
I had one of our sisters actually. Hold on. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Listen, God knows his children. Please, thank you. Grab a drink. If you don't have one. This was supposed to be my heathen moment. I'm right, and I was going to because this is heavy, and I need this drink.
It's been a long week just to get to tonight. It's been so long.
And I almost feel like it's indicative of the story. And the crazy thing is, God doesn't play. You know, we were actually going to air this last week.
Right.
And we had to take a moment and say, pause. Slow down.
Right.
Take it in. And that's why, speaking of what Mandie's been saying, thank y'all.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you for listening. We've heard testimonies based off of our story. So that's why my prayer was what it was. Thank you for letting us be the voice. I have family members who are going through something outside of this, who has been in domestic violence, and I wanted to shine a light on her. But because she is going through it, I want to. You know what I have a lot to do. I want to tell you something. I told you earlier, my mother called me. Yes, Mom, I'm telling them. Yeah. Y'all know I'm going to tell everything about my life. My mother called me because when I shared with her that I had been through domestic violence. Yeah, it's still hard for you to say. I can't figure it out. It's still hard. Yeah. My mother called me this week and apologized to me.
Oh, wow.
She watched the episodes and she called me and she was crying. She said, realized after watching this, I didn't hear you. I wasn't hearing you. She said, but I also realized from watching this, I was in a domestic. I said, yes, you were. You were. She said, and I didn't know until watching it. Now.
to the healing that's going to come from this.
Yeah.
All right. I can have you rag back.
To the healing, and let me say this too. We're doing something that hasn't been done before.
Yeah.
In that we're breaking generational
I
curses.
said that.
Come on.
I said that.
Because the same way that your mother
Yeah.
saw where she needed to render an apology.
Mhm.
I was talking to the girls before we went online, and I was telling them that my father and I have never really been super emotionally driven because I'm a daddy's girl, but to know my daddy is to know that he's never been outwardly emotional.
Yeah.
Mhm.
This has, one, helped him see where he himself needed to go to therapy.
Wow.
So he started therapy for himself,
What?
which let him,
As a man,
As
an
a
older
man.
man, that's incredible.
which let him, and it may not have been this specifically, probably was going even before this,
Yeah,
but because he was going to therapy, was able to tell me, you need to go to therapy too.
Come on.
And as a result, even though this has been probably the worst experience of my life, it's been the best. What the devil meant for bad?
Come on.
God is always going to turn around
all right.
for your good, because this is the closest that I've
Ooh.
ever been to my family
Wow.
in my life.
Yeah.
I am the oldest. So there's never been anybody that particularly looked out for me or protected.
Come on, Mandy.
I've never really been able to express when I have grievances because
God.
it's always expected of me
Ooh.
to just bear it and
be
keep
strong.
going. I am the strong friend.
Yes.
I am the big sister. I am expected to. She is just Mandy. She, as y'all say, she a nigga.
No.
And
I
she-
said I was going to stop saying that.
But I've realized, and I think my family has realized during this
Mm.
situation that no, she needs just as much
Yes.
She
protection.
does.
I've always said to myself, I don't need to, I'm not touchy feely. I don't need
Yeah.
him. Yes, I do.
Oh my God. That's why
I need all of that. And in fact, to really know me is to know that's all I need.
And I'm glad that you are, to me, it's correcting that on this show. If you watched, which I hope you did. Yeah.
And if you didn't go back and watch,
You really should.
Run it
If you
back.
watched episode one was about
who
Mandie is, essentially. All I kept saying was, yeah, she did. I don't say that anymore because that's what we all perceived, because she has to be strong.
Yeah.
That she's human,
But
she's a woman.
And that's the thing.
I don't say that anymore.
That's the thing. When we are in the forefront of the world, people, we show you what we want to show you.
That's true,
You know what I
too.
mean? And
but
we
we
are
feel safe to show.
and
Yeah, that's true,
and
too.
we feel safe in it. We're happy to do it. But then there is another side. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We are all human. I've always said this. I've even said it on a couple other episodes as well. Celebrities, because let's call it what it is, go through human experiences.
Right. Mhm.
They are not above. They're not
Celebrity.
beneath.
I got enough grievances with these people in the city.
I'm just saying.
Don't be calling me no-
Okay, but no, but the
Okay.
fact is, she's still Queen Bee, and we're not going to see
Because that's what she is.
Dallas
Thank you.
Queen.
All right.
Period.
God bless.
I don't care. Talk to me about it.
Oh, hello.
Back to what I was saying.
The records were so the receipts are there. I'm moving on, though. Moving on. We say all that to say, y'all, said it last episode. I'm going to say it again. We hear what you're saying, negative and positive, and we appreciate all of it. We do.
Because you tuned in.
We do. Okay.
Exactly.
Thank you for watching.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you know, though, what stands, remains, and will remain?
Yeah.
We are not a tea podcast. We
Yeah.
are not here for the gossip. We are here for exactly what she's sharing.
Yeah.
The healing, the growth, the breaking generational curses, the trying to be different. And like she said, time is different.
No.
It's this time. And that's what we're here for.
Right.
So,
We're going to go in.
we've had prayer. We've had a drink. She tried to mess up my makeup a little bit, but I caught it. We're going to pick up where we left off.
Yeah, we're going to pick up exactly where we left off. And we were having our girl talk. And we were talking about everything you went through in the relationship first. So check out part 2.
Right.
Because we talked about part 1.
I've explained it all.
If she wanted
to know how we got.
You know who Mandie is from episode 1. You know how they got together. Actually, that was episode 1. Episode 2, you know their relationship, how she fell in love
with the kids, watch it. Okay.
We're not going to pretend like we don't know something happened.
Right.
We're going to stop all the rumors and we're going to tell you
exactly
what happened tonight.
Because what she said on that last part.
Why did she leave us off?
This was not the first one.
Yeah, and I'm ready to get back into that.
It was not the first time. So let me give you the timeline of events and how the mask started to slip off.
Okay.
Because that's all that happened.
That
is that
So the way of
I started to see him for who he really was. When you're dealing with a narcissist, the only way to oblige them is to either turn a blind eye to how they behave or to accept the behavior and go along with it. Well, I wasn't fit to do either one of those.
Okay.
So when I started to see, and I'll let you know exactly when, and it's so crazy that we're doing this when we're doing, by the time y'all see it, this will be April 1st.
Okay.
April this time last year, and your guy can attest to this, I got really, really sick. I woke up one Sunday morning and I went to church. I didn't feel like I should have gone, but I'm so used to just pressing through. This day I could physically feel this could be my
Was this
last.
when you went to the hospital?
Yes.
I remember this.
That this could be my last time. So while I'm up there, and if you ever come to our church, our choir stand is high and lifted up.
So you catch him on the first episode towards the end. You will see it a little bit.
It's high and lifted up. So I physically feel life leaving from me.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
I was actively having a heart attack.
What?
And did not know it. I told your guy after church was over with, I said, I'm going to drive myself to the hospital because I don't feel like I'm going to make it the rest of the day if I don't.
Oh, wow.
And he said, call me whenever you get there and let me know everything that's going on. So I get there. And the first person that I called was my mother. My mother came, then my dad came, my sister came. Mm-hmm. And he left his church and he came where I was. I was actively having a heart attack because I lost 100 pounds within a year's time because I decided to go pescatarian. The doctor also said that I had made myself anemic. So my iron was completely depleted. I was having a heart attack and I had developed pneumonia. I'd already had it once in my left lung, which left permanent scarring to my left lung. And this time I had double pneumonia in my right lung. So my upper respiratory was shot. I stayed in the hospital for a couple of days on oxygen while they monitored me, and everybody was in my room. They took turns. My mother went home and she took my baby. So she had my baby. While we were there, I didn't really notice anything strange or peculiar. But one thing my little sister gonna do is pay attention to everything.
Okay.
And my father too. And so I get out of the hospital April 15th, and I know this because I had to go turn in my taxes. I had that boy take me straight to the post office so I could mail my taxes.
Responsibility.
Listen, IRS won't get me.
Okay.
And I mailed off my taxes. I was out of commission for about 2 weeks to a month. I couldn't do church. I couldn't do gigs. I couldn't do anything. I was stuck to my bed. I was on blood pressure medication. I was on oxygen. And at this time, we were not living together, but I needed a caretaker. Mm-hmm. And he was the closest one to me. Mm-hmm. So he came for that stint, 2 weeks to a month. And he was there like full time, taking care of me every single day, taking my daughter to school for me, taking my blood pressure, getting me breakfast if I wanted. I wasn't eating breakfast before this, but the doctor told me, girl, you got it. You're going to have it. So he was making sure that I was good. I'm thinking because I did everything that I did for him when he was down, Well, yeah, you kind of owe me this.
So, Paul,
right.
this was, I remember that, but I don't remember the timeline. This was after.
This was after he was already healed. This
He
was
was
like this time
healed last year.
Literally this time, this
Last year.
exact time last year.
So he was
I got
already
it.
done from his
Yeah,
tragic
He
accident.
was good. He was good. And so he was taking care of me and making sure that I was good. And my family really entrusted me with him.
Yeah.
Because they were like, well, he got to let
The way he is doting and
I didn't think that my vulnerability would be the place where he would take full advantage. So fast forward to May, and I remember the day, May 17th, because it was her birthday. We're in my car. I'm getting a little bit better where I can kind of go. I couldn't even walk 2 or 3 steps without losing my breath. But around May, I'm starting to feel better. So we just sitting in my car, chilling, listening to music. His phone rings, and he does not answer it. But because he's always in my car, it's connected to my Bluetooth.
yeah, come through.
And it said young adult director. And I said, oh. I said, you don't want to get that? It's 11 p.m., mind you.
Uh-oh.
On a Thursday, and I know this because their choir rehearsal was on Thursday night. He was like, I don't know. He said, I don't know why she's calling me. I immediately know. No, girl. Here we go. So he got some extra stuff going on. But I don't say anything because I'm not going crazy.
And you're not, or are you? And that's okay. Are you a jealous type woman?
I'm not jealous because there's nobody in this world that can make me feel that way.
Come on.
I've always said this, and this is not to be offended. In order for me to be jealous or coveting anybody, you have to have done something that I've not done.
Okay.
That I want to do. And there's nothing about anybody's life that makes me feel like I want that. Because for me, if I want it, I go do it. I go get it. So I'm not jealous.
Perhaps
I'm territorial.
That is, I'm territorial.
I can be, but with him in particular, he never gave me a reason to feel like I needed to be territorial because he was literally like a puppy on me all the time. I'm talking about, and y'all can attest to this, carrying my shoes everywhere and making sure, like he was literally, he didn't treat you like, what made you think he was going to treat you like he did treat me like he absolutely
I've heard stories.
He did all of those things, which made it kind of, it was so blindsided to me that this happened, but this was 11 p.m.
Yeah.
He doesn't answer, and she doesn't call back. So I said, okay, cool. We continue on. We go in my house.
You really didn't say anything?
I didn't. I literally was like, you're not going to answer that? He was like, I don't know why she calling. And I let it.
Did you know who she was?
I did not.
And you let it go?
I let it go.
Maybe I am a jealous.
So what? Wait.
It said young adult director, so I knew it's the girl that does the young adult directing at his church.
And his
And they talk.
Okay.
Right. So I didn't really.
It'd be like you calling them out at 11 o'clock.
But it's 11 o'clock and I don't know her.
I
never met her. So it's not quite the same dynamic.
I get it.
So you were already speculating it could have been something else, or did you think a possibility that it could have been church related? Like
no, I know him. His pattern changed. I am a person of behaviors and patterns.
Yeah.
And if every time anybody, I'm talking about his baby mama could call 3 o'clock in the morning, he's putting that phone on speaker so I can hear the conversation.
Yeah, right.
So then why at 11 o'clock when your young adult director is calling?
You not even.
So it just, or put her off, you don't even answer. You try to play it up. I don't know why she's calling. Well, it's Thursday night. You didn't go to rehearsal because you were taking care of me.
So that's why.
So that could be why.
Why she's calling.
But why wouldn't she answer is the biggest question.
Correct. Because if you knew, okay, there could be a reason.
You could, if you was a little bit more player, you really could have played this off, but I never would have. But most guys are not. This is why most women don't get caught cheating.
Oh,
because we would have thought of every scenario. We're quick on our feet.
We just do it better.
I already thought about my scenario.
Okay, real quick.
What was happening, and this is not about this, look at me, is that she knew about you. And how do I know that? Because he posted about you all.
Well, here we go. As it
So she definitely
pertains
knew
to,
about you.
as it pertains to that, and let me tell the story in full detail.
Tell the
before I get
story.
to that. So he does not answer the phone. We go to bed. So it's about 3 in the morning, and I'm gonna go to the restroom every hour on the hour.
Okay, water drink.
But it's about 3 in the morning, and I wake up and I go to the restroom, and his phone lights up, but it doesn't ring, which is not common. We never kept our phones on silent, and we never put them face down. So I paid attention to that. So I just tested the theory. I sent him a reel on Instagram to see is it gonna light up, and it didn't. It didn't make a noise at all. And I said, he's got it on D&D.
Yeah.
So like the last one, I'm as clear as I'm talking to you. I literally heard a voice say, take that phone to the bathroom and go through it. Because I had his code. And that's another way. Why would you give me access?
He gave you the
We had each other's code.
Sorry.
In his mind, he felt like if he was overly forthcoming that I wouldn't question. And I wouldn't if you didn't change your pattern.
Yes,
but this is twice. This is twice now in one night that you've moved contrary to how you normally would move.
Right.
So I took that phone to the bathroom. And when I opened it up, my heart, I could literally feel my heart.
I know that feeling.
Because
know
it's
that
like
feeling.
not you too, nigga. Right. You were almost dead this time last year.
Was it one person? This is
No.
not right.
Went through the phone, and it was just her that he was currently dealing with. But I decided, let me go see some other stuff.
Yeah.
I go check that first baby mama's text. From the time, this nigga had never been faithful to me.
So I was gonna ask.
We started dating December of 23. I found text messages from January of 24 where I knew that he was in his hometown to go visit his kids. There's messages between the two of them. I guess he dropped off some food and she like, don't look at me like that. And he like, do you want me to come up or not? And I go to my text message in his phone. So what were we talking about around that time? And he had just sent me, because I had just said, what you doing, babe? I'm just sitting at the house eating Wingstop. Like, just so you understand how devious men can be. You was literally, if she would have told you, she was like, no, we've been doing good. I know you got a new girlfriend. I want you to stay over there until you feel like you're not tempted by me. He said, are you sure you don't want me to come back? Because I can. I'm telling you. So I woke him up. He says, what you been doing? He was like, hold on, babe. I said, get out of my house now. Leave.
And this is in May.
This is in May. I'm literally just recovering from being in the hospital. I got probably this much breath in me to try to cuss him out, and I don't even have the strength to do it.
But you gotta go.
But you got to get out.
Yeah.
He's crying, begging, and pleading. I'm not a stayer. Like we've already talked about this.
Right.
We've had this conversation. I've given you the options, and you've chosen this way. So he stays because he begs and pleads. I'm talking about crying, begging, like his life depended on it. And because I still kind of need him, because I can't really do for myself right now, I let him stay around. But it was at that point, any love that I had for him was gone. When you cross me in any relationship, any
betrayal,
once you betray me, especially when I know I've been nothing but good to you. And with him, I had been nothing but good to. I done dealt with your mama. I done dealt with these baby mamas. I done dealt with all of the women in your past trying to come. I dealt with the fact that at this point, you almost died. And I had to nurse you back to health. I spent my 40th birthday, a day that I could never get back in my life. At this point, I'm like, all bets are off.
Right. Yeah.
if this is what we're doing, me too.
So when you let him stay,
Mhm.
but you knew then respect, that's what I said about my situation. The respect was lost and I
It
didn't
was
know.
gone.
I didn't know at the time. But respect is clearly gone. Love is tainted. When you let him stay, side of the need for him to help you, did you think you would forgive him? That time, that night?
I'm fine to forgive
Mhm.
because that's what God requires us to do.
Yeah, right.
Because he forgives us over and over again. So forgiving him was not the issue. It was the can we move forward from
Did
this?
you know that?
I knew that I was not going to be able to move forward. And I would tell him this daily. It's not going to be the same after this.
Right.
I'm telling you.
AKA, that's your boundary.
Yeah.
That was your pause. This is, you crossed the boundary. I no longer can trust you.
Mhm.
And if we're going to stay here, then watch.
Yeah.
So
At
he
this
put
point.
things in place when we first started dating. And the crazy thing about this is his mother and father thought this was because of me. This boy would be on FaceTime with me all the time. I'm not a FaceTime girl. If it's textable, just text me.
Right.
He had us on FaceTime. I'm talking about from sun up to sundown till he was back in the house. We were sharing locations because of him.
Yeah.
He was going above. What can I do to prove to you I don't want nobody but you? Meanwhile, still dealing with this girl. And I knew he was still dealing with it because, A, he had not left that church.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gonna be in close proximity every
the time. Correct.
weekly. I'm not stupid.
Makes sense.
He would go as far to when he was at rehearsal to FaceTime me while he was at rehearsal. Well, truthfully, in hindsight, that didn't matter because she was aware of me.
That's such a narcissist.
So all she would do is, she's a nurse, by the way. So most of those rehearsals she wouldn't even be at
Right.
because she's working 12-hour shifts.
Right.
So you doing that does not really prove
And you
anything.
did
anything.
You really think that I'm these other women
Right.
sitting on the 27th floor. You really think that that's me? He wanted me to be that so bad. And I simply was not.
Yeah.
I'm not gullible. I'm not stupid. I'm none of those things.
That's it. To the 27th.
To the 27th, to the tippy top.
I'm sorry.
27th floor with a $27 wig. Bless your heart. I'm none of those things. And he wanted that so badly from me. And I really feel like, truthfully, a part of him staying was to try to see how far can I get her to go.
Yep.
And I would not react. For one, I didn't have the breath in me to I was trying to recover.
Right. So the in between, oh my gosh, I can relate to this story so much. Look God today. I can. The in between, you're not trusting him. You're calling BS. The respect is gone. The love is tainted. He's giving his all.
Quote.
Where are you? Like what was the keep around of him?
The keep around was literally, I cannot walk in the grocery store. I need you to go to the grocery store.
It was literally a need.
It was literally, I can't take her to school. I need you to take her.
So hold on, because there was a point, and I'm be very real.
Completely.
We had a conversation with Mandie, and we was like, just girl talking. And I said, we both looked at her and said, we need to bring her on the podcast. Like, the information, the knowledge, the intellect that Mandie has, like, people need to hear her. And we talked about it. She was like, yeah, let me know. Prior to all of this.
Yes.
That actually was around May.
That was literally, I came by to pick up my church check.
Yes.
And literally, I was only supposed to pick up my church check because I could not make it to church. Shout out to my church for making sure that even though I could not be there every Sunday, I still got paid.
Yeah.
I am so grateful to God because of that. And for whatever reason, he could not come, so I had to drive myself, come pick up my. But I stayed for about an hours.
Yes.
And we just talked.
And she was sick. Like, you were recovering, but you still was like,
I remember now. You're right.
You was, like, I remember you saying, and you was like, yeah, because you asked how was the relationship. So we were sitting there and we were talking, and you were telling us about how he was taking her to school and how things was all right. You know, no. She was like, it was good. Everything good. You know, he takes her to school because we knew she was having them.
But you know what?
I don't know about the heart
Hear me out though.
but he was not.
I didn't know that either. But she didn't say. Go back to it. Go back to it.
Yeah.
She never said everything was good.
Good.
She didn't.
Yeah.
As a matter of
She
fact,
talked around it.
I was going to say that night, if I remember, we talked about, or I tried my best to talk about everything but that.
Yeah.
We talked about the government. We talked about.
Pause real quick because we just jumped to it. We just found out. We be having girl talk prior to getting on set.
Right.
And she shocked the shit out of us.
Because they had no clue this was all.
She gave us a glimpse of one thing, which was I actually was going through when I came over.
Right. She told us that, and we were shocked.
And I said, Mandie, what?
Yeah, we were shocked.
I'm having chills now.
And then to think she was going through that while going through a physical, and we never saw any of it. And what she said, y'all, not that she can't tell you, but what she said that shocked us was that she was there so long talking to us.
Oh my God.
Because she didn't want to go back. She said she left her phone in the car that night. Now, here's something I didn't say when we were getting dressed and getting ready. The opposite happened also. He also came to the house to pick up her check one time while she was down. And he did not stay half his on. First of all, I was never going to talk to him. No shade at him, but he kept saying, I have to get back to her. Remember that?
Telling me.
And I remember thinking like,
Yeah.
he is really
good. Like,
he is so good.
Grocery shopping, picking up the food. Like,
yeah. So it's interesting that you said earlier he did that. You said this off camera, but you said he would do that for people.
Wow.
So that the people would, that's the narcissistic way. The people's going to love him.
And then too, in hindsight, knowing that he was cheating with this woman, that was his opportunity. Call. I'm not going to question how long you're going to be gone because for me, I'm just grateful that you are gone to make. So you could absolutely tell they didn't have this at this store, so I had to go here to do. You could tell me any. I'm not going to question it. I'm not going to question it because I have your location. Well, you could absolutely have her meet me at the store, meet me here, so your location doesn't change, and I don't have anything to question. All of these things were happening while I was trying to recover. Well, let's fast. That was a lot, whole lot, and this was just May. So let's fast forward to June. June happens, and something very tragic happens. We lose one of the most, and I'm not going to speak his name just for respect of his family, and we don't speak names on this podcast. But he was one of the most young, prolific musicians of our time, not just this city or his city where he's from. Absolutely incredible. He was on tour with some of the greats.
Yeah.
But this was his best friend. So he loses his best friend, one of the most incredible musicians. And I'm talking about young talents.
He was really, guys, he was
rare. And that's all the way around.
It shook the city.
Shook the whole city.
Shook the city.
Shook a lot of, not just this city. It shook the town. It shook the world.
Could I even say that? Because he's played with celebrities.
Celebrities played to the point where they were making posts.
Even
everybody.
The Potter's house.
Everybody. Yeah. Everybody that ever came in contact with him felt the loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
But this was his best friend. And truthfully, they're related because they're cousins.
I was going to say,
that's how we learned about him. He was his cousin.
They're cousins two ways because they're related because his first baby mama is his actual blood cousin. And then somewhere down the line in their family tree, they are.
Oh.
So they were definitely related.
Which makes you look into a big man, but character.
which is crazy. So fast forward to him passing away. At the time, they were not on good terms. And I had always thought it was because, so I give everybody that I can an opportunity. And he's so great that I didn't, it was no question. When I needed somebody to be, he would always be like, big sis, call me out if I'm not on the road. So I called him for a gig. And at the time, my guy was my MD. So he's in charge of all things music related, down to paying the musician.
Yeah.
So this particular gig we did in my residency, Sendaga, and I'm going to say Sendaga for records, for a lot of things. There's a lot of things took place there.
Yeah.
At Sendaga, and he's late, which is not like him. He's never late for anything. But I know at this time in his personal life, he's got a lot going on. So I'm not charging anything at all. We are all human.
Yeah.
No matter how professional we are, we got things going on.
Yeah.
So I chopped it up to that. Well, when he gets there, I notice while my guy is playing around with the other musicians, I'm paying attention to how they're sound checking. His board is not working.
Okay.
Well, one of my other musicians had 2 boards. So I signaled to my guy, hey, ask him if he can borrow a board so we can go ahead and start the show. So we're already 15 minutes behind.
Yeah.
But I'm being cool because it's not that big of a deal to me. So I let him use his board. That whole first set, I could tell he was kind of still in his head.
Yeah.
Because he was late, and then you get there and your board is not working. At the second set, I go backstage when we take a break. He comes back there where I am. He's like, he says, I'm so sorry. I said, hey, I don't care what happened the first set. Let that go. The second set, we finna have a good time.
Yeah, let's go hard.
Let's go all the way. You got everything you need. Put whatever you've been going through out your mind. Let's have a good time. So I'm thinking everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
Cut to, we finish the night. We have a great time per usual. At the end of the night, my guy goes and pays everybody. I don't hear the conversations of anybody that he's talking to. The next day, I text him and I'm like, little bro, I'm just checking to make sure you're good. No response. I'm like, okay, well, it's Sunday. So I text Monday. I'm just checking on you, make sure you're good. No response. So I said, well, maybe he needs a little time because I feel like, well, maybe he's a little bit embarrassed and he needs to kind of get over. 2 weeks later, I text, no response. I said, something's not right. So I asked my guy, I said, have you spoken to him? He's like, nah, he's not answering my calls either. That's not, y'all are like, when I say, this boy would be at my house, we would sit and talk about different shows we were going to do together. We would sit and talk about production. He would be the one to get on my guy's ass like, you're not doing enough. You bullshit. You playing. I'm trying to put you in position to do stuff. You're not really serious about it. Like, we would both be like, you got to get in. You're too good to be sitting on your gift the way that you are.
So good. So good.
So the fact that he had not talked to him raised concerns, but that's their relationship. So I was like, well, maybe right now he's just in, he's got a lot going on. Fast forward 2 months later, they still have not talked. And we see him, the last person we saw him with was with somebody that we had not associated with anymore because he almost cost us a gig. He almost cost us a serious connection. So we had to disassociate ourselves. But we saw him, that's the last person he was with.
Yeah.
And we were like, it's strange that he still has not contacted you. Well, let's fast forward to after this ordeal happens with me and my guy, and I find out the reason he wasn't contacting us was because that night, my guy cussed him out so bad because he felt like, how dare you come onto my woman's platform, be late, and your board now, you embarrassed me. You made me look bad.
And he was going through stuff.
And you knew what he was going through was not light at all.
Yeah.
If I didn't take that approach, what gives you the unmitigated gall to go to somebody and take that type of authority.
How did you
So
find out that was the issue?
I found out much later after the fact because I found out everything that was really going on behind my back after the fact because people felt like, and I can understand this because of the type of person that I am. A lot of people said this to me. We wanted to tell you. We wanted to tell you not even to deal with him, but we know you're going to do what you want to do.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
So a lot of people were just holding things in until shit hit the fan. And then they came to me and was like, this is why this didn't happen. This is why this actually happened. So I just found out from a lot of people that have been holding in things that they wanted to tell me while we were together for the sake of not disturbing our relationship. Because that's what I was choosing to be in.
I wonder about that because it comes a point.
Let's talk about that.
When
Because I felt the way about
yeah, because there comes a point if you really know the depth of someone. I understand giving some people the benefit of the doubt. However, people show consistently who they are. And if you have dealt with someone consistently over and over and they have shown you nothing else, there's truth behind that. So how dare you withhold to allow me to endure what I am not, because there's a level of protection that you probably also had.
I'm going to say this.
Yeah.
I've never felt like the people in this city have ever had my best interest at heart. I've always felt, and I feel like this is factual based on how, not the people that love me and the people that actually, not the people that support me, not my friends.
There's a difference.
But my peers.
Yeah.
I think that they feel like I have more than what they feel like I deserve.
Ooh. I want to say something to this. This is a very
touchy.
Yeah, it is difficult to tell people what you know, what you see, what you've heard, what you feel. Everybody's not receptive of that.
Very true.
And
very fair.
For some women, it can go two different ways. Like if you have a female, you know, more like a peer, not a friend, and you tell them, it can come off, she's a hater, she wants him. If it's a male, it can come off, she wants me, or she's saying, no, it's tricky because
I think it's delivery at the same time. I understand what you're saying.
Let's do this. Let's do this. Not us, because I ride for you. We ride for you.
Right.
Not us, okay?
Period.
And, you know, but if, let's just say a peer, you can think of a picture of somebody in your head. Me too. If they came to you and had said something about him, how do you think? Because you don't really know what you would do, but how do you think you would have received it or handled it?
If we're just talking about just a peer that I see in passing, I'm going to take it with a grain of salt.
Okay.
I hear you.
Yeah.
But I don't know your character well enough.
Right.
To depend on, but we're talking about people that I've known.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's my life.
Yeah.
And I was going to tell them,
me, also wanted to say, but I feel concretely there are people that want to see me fail. And that's however it happens.
And you know what?
They want to see me hurt.
I would love to say that's not true, but we know it is. We know it is.
Because they feel like, and I'm going to say this, and hopefully this gives perspective because y'all care so much about my life. Meanwhile, I don't even have the time to delve into what y'all got.
Right.
There are people who feel like because my father is who he is and he has what he has, I have enough. For me to have that secured. By the way, that's my father's hard work.
Right.
That's everything that he has nothing to do.
Right. Yep.
I strictly inherit that.
Right.
Because of who my father is.
Right.
It has nothing to do with me. I've decided, and my sister has too, we're going to build our own names and our own legacy, not to ever squander or put shame to what my dad has built, but that's his.
Yeah.
I got my own kids.
And I'm sure he's proud of that.
He's very, and that's how
Most
he
adults
raised
would do
us.
that.
Yeah.
This is my money. What are you going to do to make your
home?
I've given
That's
you
real.
the blueprint.
Oh,
Bill Cosby said on the Cosby Show, we are rich.
And I've taken that to heart. My daddy told me. When I started doing music full time, my daddy told me, if you can make money from this and make a consistent income, I'll take you seriously.
Come on.
Anybody that knows me, giving me a challenge like that, let's go.
Let's
Bet.
go.
The fact that people don't know me by the last name,
Yeah.
they know me by one
Your
name.
first name. And I was like, not even
You're
yours.
right. Not even my
That's right.
first name.
Not
You're
even
right.
yours.
The brand name that I built.
You're right.
I've done exactly what I needed to do.
Because she's a one-name moniker.
That's
Hello.
based on the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
So for anybody to feel like I've got too much or I don't deserve, I literally started in the background. Every artist you could ever think of in this city,
Wow.
I started backing them up.
Tell the story.
Everything that I gave to myself when I finally realized, if you can if you can edit everybody else's work, what would happen if you just focused on doing that for yourself?
Yeah.
That's all I did. When I say every artist in this city, there's not an artist in the city I have not touched. So it perplexes me that people have this disdain when literally you're in the positions you're in because of me. And this is not to be arrogant, it's fact.
No.
You tell me she's not a celebrity?
If I'm not giving you the opportunity, I'm giving you the game for you to give yourself the opportunity. People don't like me because I really don't play. I'm not giving any opportunity for you to self-sabotage. I'm not giving opportunity for you to be lazy or lackadaisical. I'm not giving you opportunity to make excuses because I don't do that for myself.
But like you said last episode, you don't put people in positions where they won't shine.
Right.
I don't put people in places where I don't think they can absolutely be their best.
Their best selves.
So if you
So it's not just about you.
It's not about
Yeah.
what I think, it's what I see.
Yeah.
And it's what you show. I only see based on what you show.
Yeah.
I had this competition called the warm up that me and Gino Eichelhart did. And he brought this to me because he was like,
Shout out to Gino.
Shout out to Gino. And let's be for real. We gonna talk back, let's talk it all the way.
Yeah. Okay.
Gino has put more people in position.
Amen.
Give him credit.
Come
Amen.
on.
Gino has been a
Amen.
staple
I've heard the
in this
story.
city.
Yes.
And y'all like to act like y'all don't remember.
So-
Y'all get in positions and
Come on.
act like y'all don't remember who helped you get there.
That's fine.
And there are a lot of people that have long gone on that passed on
Mm-hmm.
too early, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That truthfully, if they had not passed, you would not have.
Come on.
Say it.
Nah.
You can only be great when you can be great amongst the great.
Yeah.
If you got
Yeah.
to wait to be great until people pass on,
Yeah.
you never were that great to begin with. Ooh, so that's that being said. But we had this show called The Warm Up,
That was good.
which was a
That was
competition.
good.
It was also like an open mic and a competition. And, at the
And
end,
it was so good,
It was
y'all.
great.
It was so good.
But people started feeling entitled.
Yeah.
And people started feeling like, well, I didn't win this week and she chose that. There was a point where I was bringing in, and me and Gina were bringing in celebrity judges.
Wow.
Where these are people that you would not have even
Oh.
crossed their paths
Yeah.
had it not been for this platform. They were making the decision.
Okay.
Not us, but who's going to take the brunt
Yeah.
every single time? So you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't have to prove anything when I've got the receipts. And I'm going to always keep the receipts. If y'all get too out of line, I don't mind posting receipts. I've gotten in a place where I'm 41 years old.
Yeah.
You're going to have whatever issues you got. That's between you and the God of your choice.
Okay. I think you and your guy.
When you're not guilty of things, you don't have to continue to try to prove what you've not done.
You're right about it.
You don't have to continue to try to keep up an image. I don't have to do that.
Yeah.
So I'm so fine with that. But I believe a lot of people kept a lot of things from me because they enjoyed watching me suffer.
Wow. And that's misery.
Yeah, it is. I
that is
also
misery.
think that it's what I love about your story is you said something that I really hope that people, especially the naysayers,
Mhm.
can take away, which is you ain't start on top. You said
From
I
the-
sang behind people.
When I
When
say
we
got
were
out the
getting
mud.
ready for tonight, y'all know we talk about it. We're corporate women.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And it's getting harder and harder, y'all. Listen, it's hard. And she was telling me how she started off as a corporate woman. And I was actually quite shocked. And she made a decision. And it almost was like, you really didn't start like,
Yeah.
like,
I'm telling you, I used to be a store manager at a big name brand company.
yeah.
And this was when I was very first starting to do Sandaga and do all these other venues. You know what I would do? Amongst people in and out all day long. Plug myself.
Of course.
Hey, I got a show coming up.
That
If
is,
you don't have nothing,
Yeah.
literally, people are or aren't where they are because of them.
Wow.
You can't
That's
keep
true.
blaming everybody else for why you're stagnant or why you have not moved forward. When you want to move, you will move.
Yep.
I can't
And when
relate to
God
that.
wants
You
you
are
to
right.
move, He will move you.
Oh,
And I want to say this. It's one of my favorite scriptures. The Bible says, if you are faithful
Over a
a
few.
few things, few can mean whatever your little, your small place, your beginning, your humble beginning, your mud,
Don't
whatever you want
despise
to
humble
is, over many.
Mhm.
So,
come on, word.
all right, we're going to
Listen.
see it. So that actually makes me more protective over maybe
Yeah.
people who have some, because it's like y'all had the same start she had. Some of you had more.
More than where I started.
Some of you had more. Some of y'all were born with the big bishop dad and born with the mother who was not.
It goes into
Accepted and eat it.
now that really is the challenge. Who are you?
Mhm.
You are the control of your own destiny.
And actually, that
Yeah.
takes me back because I wonder if, going back to the situation for a second, I wonder if there's a part of her, and I will be honest and say, that's why I say I don't tell her she's the nigga no more. I don't even see my sisters that anymore. I actually have become more protective of her. Like, she's a woman, y'all.
Yeah.
She's a woman.
just a
She's a
girl.
human. She's just a girl. She is. But when I hear stuff like this, and when she talks about it, you understand why she has to be tough. You understand why it might seem like she's so and aggressive, because she's dealing with all of this. These people around her who are coming around this and that. And it's like, she gotta be.
Yeah.
And now looking back on it, he knew the real you.
Yeah.
While the rest of, I don't want to say society, but while the rest of the city, while the rest of the city is seeing the harder exterior that you have to put on to keep going, he knew the real you.
And he
knew that.
banked on that. He capitalized.
Yeah.
He told that out of his mouth, I'm going to be the one to protect you. I'm going to make sure.
But you liked that a little bit, didn't you?
I loved it.
Yes.
Because
We like that.
I was waiting on.
Yes, we like that.
And let this be a lesson to anybody who's ever felt like you were not protected or you were not covered. You cannot depend on anybody to do that for you. What I have learned through therapy,
That's good, because that's true.
and really being in my word and
That's
getting
true.
closer to God, is He really is the only covering.
Come
And
on.
the only protection
Alpha
that we
and
need.
Omega.
He is it. Everything in between. For a man to tell you, I'm going to protect you, well, who are you to have all this might and protect? If you couldn't do what my parents could do, why would I trust in you to be the one? What makes you different than anybody else?
And I really hope, y'all, this what she's saying is actually real hard truth. If you've been a consistent TQS follower, why did I marry my ex-husband?
For protection.
Protection.
Because he was the first man I thought in my life that would really protect me
That's too much power to
A
give.
whole long. It's too much
Yeah.
power. The Bible says, "Seek ye first the kingdom of God,
Come on.
and all these
Put him
things
first.
will be added to you." She's right. The problem she made, the problem I made, the problem we've all made is expecting something from
yeah.
somebody that God was going to give us. You're right. You're right. You hit me.
And I paid the ultimate price. So when his best friend passed, even the fact that he been through this accident, even the fact that he was already cheating on me, he had more issues.
Y'all went through a lot.
We went through a lot in such a short
amount of time.
A lot of big things.
A lot of
Yours
huge,
did.
like
Your life threatened his life.
Okay.
because we went through so many big things. That's what made me feel like maybe this is the
That
man.
is, yeah.
I could make it through everything.
My God.
That's a trauma bond.
What,
And they
But you know what? Not only is it a trauma bond, I'm newly into church, right? I mean, always
Welcome.
spiritually connected.
Praise the Lord.
Always
Glad
spiritually connected.
welcome into the fold.
Welcome.
But I do know that it is a big thing. You ain't been through nothing if you ain't gone through something.
Right.
And so that is the belief in the Black community. I'm gonna call it what it is.
You're right.
Because whether in the church or not, I still heard it.
Yeah.
You gotta go through something. If you ain't really gone through this
Right.
and you ain't really been through nothing, y'all gotta see what's it. And so you can believe we've gone through, because even now,
Yeah.
okay, I could say we've been through some hard stuff.
And I'm like, this like that's your line.
You cannot say this to Black women specifically. All women. Let me not even.
Okay.
Because all, we do not have to prove our level of love and loyalty based on how much crap
We take.
let a man drag us.
That is good.
That
She's
doesn't
right.
mean that
Word.
are the best. Here's another thing that I was cleaning out my car, spraying clean, and God gave me this. You have been a helpmate to boyfriends.
Ooh,
When I've only made you to be a helpmate to
for
my
a husband.
Every nigga I ever dated, I had to help.
Ooh.
There has not been a man yet
To help you.
to help me.
We.
When you finally, this is how I know for certain for me. When it's going to be God ordained this time, I won't have to have my hand. I won't have to be the one that has to pull it together or keep it together or hold it together or keep myself together. The next time, whenever it is time for God to send me my person, it will be somebody that has everything. Emotionally and spiritually, the biggest thing. Financially, I ain't dated a nigga yet that had his own everything.
Help us, Holy Ghost.
I'm talking about, you mean I can come where you at?
Ooh, right.
You mean I could put my name on your lease if I wanted to?
Because that's part of,
Or your mortgage if
what
I wanted to.
Ready for it.
and
I ain't met a nigga yet.
And that's
I felt like I could be with to do.
Yeah, and that's what it says in the Bible. When you
Talk to us about it. Talk to us about it.
because I'm gonna mess it up a little.
That's okay.
And that's okay.
We're here.
But they talk about new.
Ain't man nobody.
Okay,
Listen, somebody said something Sunday, and I wanted to say that so bad. I wanted to say that.
Oh, yeah. We always having a church.
Ain't man nobody.
I know we got a congregation, but I'm going to say it.
Quiet.
But to my understanding, a helpmate is when you find your husband or your wife. They do talk about that in all of exactly.
Yeah.
And so the helpmate, the rib, Adam's rib, he was always meant to lead. This is biblical. Biblical. So it's like we get in these circumstances in these situations and believe in the potential and we become the helpmate because we see the potential. But at the same time, what are you doing in your potential?
But the reason Eve was created is because God saw the need.
Yeah.
God looked at Adam in the garden and said, you need
somebody.
Yeah. It's not good for man
to be alone.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let me create something
Yeah.
for you, someone for you to help. Because this is the lie. you're going to need somebody to help you.
You don't have to.
It was God ordained. And a lot of times we put ourselves in positions that are not God ordained. This relationship didn't have nothing to do with God. It had to do with me trying to get revenge on my ex. And this,
I love that you're honest about it.
I got to be super honest. Yeah. I got to be super honest because this is something I could have avoided.
Wow.
If I would have just let God handle that last situation.
Right. And he knew that this was a revenge.
He knew.
He was in on it. And you
Nothing had to die by surprise.
You
Nothing
mentioned
catch that nigga by surprise. He knew.
On the last episode, you definitely mentioned that you were like, what's my get back? What's my lick
He was
back?
the first one to
And
respond.
he was the first one to respond and say the best way to get back is
was
to
such
get
and
up
such. And I was like, I'm on him. He'd be more mad about you.
Yeah.
Okay, so hold on. I want to get back. Because I had heard that he was no longer your ex, the ex, that we've been discussing, was no longer as close to the cousin. And it was a big thing because we knew about him. The cousin also played for my guy. I knew that they were no longer close. Stop there. And it was a big thing because it was like...
It was a huge thing.
It was huge.
Because you never saw one without the other.
Yeah. Right.
So for them to have a stint where they didn't speak, what's going on?
Right. And you said it took over a month for you. You are the inside.
I'm literally on the inside.
That actually speaks volumes that you are on the inside. For instance, when Mandie's situation happened, I knew as soon as my guy did.
Yeah.
And you know what I mean? But the fact that you were on the inside and you didn't even know, how did you find out? Did you tell us that? You don't have to give it.
I didn't find out about the rift between them until after. Like, I'm just finding this
over
out.
a month.
No, I'm talking about, I didn't find out the real reason they stopped talking until now. Like 6 months ago when all of this happened. Because now...
You thought he was away from both of you.
Yeah. I'm thinking that it's because he felt a way within himself about what happened. I had no knowledge that this nigga cussed me out, but I had no clue.
This is a sensitive question. That's great. And it's making me sad to think about it, actually. Did he pass feeling like you were against him with your ex?
I prayed to God that he didn't feel that way. And I prayed that he knew.
Yeah. I feel that. I feel it. That just made me sad. I feel that.
Yeah.
I do.
I prayed that he knew that I genuinely loved him because I kept reaching out.
Yeah.
I was thinking that.
Yeah.
I kept reaching out until it was a point where I felt like, well, maybe I'm doing too much.
Yeah.
And I'm overstepping, so let me just fall back. Yeah. So let me get back to June. He passes. That's when the violence starts. I can remember us. It kind of was gradual. I knew that he was already feeling away, but he could feel me pulling away from him. I don't know if this is a real Gemini thing. We got this gift of detachment.
Yes, we do.
It's like
that's the duality. I can love you.
I can love you, or I can pull away. Yeah. It's your choice.
Yeah. I love you. I've said this to my ex. I love you enough to pull away.
To let you go.
To let you go.
And I won't feel the way about it.
Baby.
I'm very realistic in that. I don't have the spirit of delusion.
Yeah.
But let's also be clear. There's also respect laws and love tinted.
So the respect has been gone because you lied to me. Forget the cheating. You just lied to me.
Yeah.
And then I don't love you anymore because if we talking, you asked me if I was jealous earlier. No, but I'm very territorial.
Yeah.
What's mine is mine. When you let me know that what's mine is no longer mine, I don't want to know.
Especially when you make me feel like
you made me. The fact that somebody as common as your, not even your like head choir director, your youth director, it happened. She over the youth, the kids, the nerve. I direct the mass choir.
Sorry,
I am so offended. But the fact that somebody, I have to go. The fact that you let somebody like that have access to you is kind of sickening to me. I'm almost disgusted.
Yeah.
It's like you having a plate of food and somebody sticking their fork in your food.
But especially when I took care of you. Where
You
were
were
they?
almost dead.
Y'all can miss this one.
Because you asked. You said, so she would have had to known about you because he was posting. But when I went through that phone that night, I went through everything. I went through that Facebook. I went through that Instagram. He had her blocked on every social. So she never would have seen me because she was blocked on everything.
But see, how did we even get to the point of blocking?
She had to have known. He must have. He's so crafty in this way. He must have cheapened or lessened my role in his life to her to make her feel like that ain't.
It's not.
It ain't what it is. He must have made me be a 27th floor. I can only liken it unto that. He must have made me look like 27th floor. I'm just going to refer to her because she's so proud of that. We're going to refer to her as the 27th floor. Mm-hmm. He must have made me seem like I was something like that. And listen, you got to take it. Sometimes you got to take an L because these dudes, they're very crafty in their storytelling. So whatever she believes, she believed it long enough to stick around. Okay. It's very, you can I typically don't address people that don't matter to me head on, but you wanted this moment. So let me give it to you.
My Lord.
If from the 27th floor with your $27 wig on with no part, you have enough in you to celebrate my hardships or what I'm going through. No, that's indicative of the healing that you still have not received in yourself. So can I offer this to you, baby girl? Take all of the money that you have in your penthouse and go seek therapy in Jesus. Mm-hmm. So you can finally heal the broken pieces that not only he added to your life, but the men before him. Wherever the root of this started, it don't have nothing to do with me.
That's real.
And I was going to say
that's real.
Because so keep me out of your conversation.
Pause for a second and address this. Mm-hmm. And because it's been addressed. Mm-hmm. If you've been watching, and we are not a tea podcast. We stand on that. But when people insert themselves into a very sensitive topic already, and if you yourself were a victim of it, we got to do better as a Black community.
I agree with that.
We have to do better as Black women. We have to do better in who we are in today's world.
Yes.
And if there is something that we need to address it.
Because you could have warned me.
And there is, and then people, stop being so sensitive because hear people. I think that's the problem. We're not hearing each other enough. Mm-hmm. If you're really listening to this is some like, we're trying to help you avoid the mistake.
I don't want anybody else to feel this. I don't want anybody else to ever go through what I have experienced, knowingly or unknowingly. Nobody ever deserves for anybody to be physical or to play mind games. Now, if you're a willing participant, as you were 27th floor, then that's you. And that has everything to do with what you were willing to take. I, on the other hand, have standards that I was not willing to do all of the things that you did for him. I was never going to do all of those things. So I really admonish you to heal. And by all means, please get me off your mind so that you can finally live a life the way that you want to portray it so badly. That you are living so high on the hog, and this don't have nothing. If it don't have nothing to do with you, be quiet, poo-poo. Please be quiet.
And the reality too, and okay, the reality also is y'all are two different human beings,
completely different.
I'm on two separate calibers. Y'all are two different.
No, I'm not. I'm gonna say this. Yeah. You've heard what Mandie had to say. You've heard what Elena had to say. This is what I had. Word had gotten back to me that one of my exes was treating a woman that I know he cheated on me with terribly.
Mm-hmm.
You can vouch for this. What I said was, I don't like that.
Yeah.
And I got upset.
Yeah.
I want to repeat that. He had cheated on me with this woman.
Yeah.
All of that went out the window.
Yes.
And all I saw was another woman who was being mistreated.
Yeah.
And I didn't like that.
Yeah.
And I actually got upset. And I was like, I don't like that.
Yeah.
I don't like that for her.
And I was there with her. I was
upset.
I don't care.
To her point and to hers. Y'all, we are never going to grow as a people.
Come on.
If you hear her story, you know her story, you've been through her story, and you take an approach of told you so, serves her right,
Or to try to
glad it wasn't me.
to be a bully.
I don't like
In
that.
any way.
I don't like that.
No
I
one
don't like it.
deserves
No,
that.
I don't
Man,
like it.
And can I be very clear?
Be clear.
I told him, you didn't deserve that.
Mm.
I told him over and over again, what you did to that girl, you were wrong
yeah.
as hell.
Facts.
Yeah.
She never deserved none of
Never
it.
did.
I said, forget what she did.
Yeah.
You let her do it.
Yeah.
I took up for you.
Yeah.
And you get on your keyboard, wherever you are from the 27th floor, and you make a post as if to shame me for what I've gone through, something that you probably could not have survived. Because if you really knew everything that he did to you,
Okay, that's a good point.
if you knew all of the things that were done to you, you would be literally in the crazy house.
And we thank God that he knew who was built to be able to
Because
say that.
Every single person is completely different.
Completely different.
Yeah. You actually brought up something very personal about your own family member. People don't make it.
Some people don't make it. I'm going to
I'm
insert
sorry.
this and we'll get back to it. And I'm glad you reminded me.
That
I have an aunt, blood aunt,
yeah.
not play aunt. My father's youngest sister. My father is one of 9. My aunt was killed. I'm going to say her name. I hope you look her up. Her name was Brenda Godbolt. I'm going to put life to her.
Yeah.
Brenda Godbolt. She was killed in a domestic violence dispute. And she actually had gotten away from him. And he found her. He killed her in front of her then 4-year-old son, my cousin.
Jesus.
And I told her the other day, and I said I was going to talk about that. This is real, y'all.
Yeah.
And what I do know about her story, what we know about her story that has not even come out yet, when she said it before, she really shouldn't be sitting here.
Okay.
She should not. Right now could be a whole nother kind of episode, another kind of climate of the city. Y'all remember Mandie? Remember Mandie used to do this?
And she did this.
And she's here to tell her story. If you don't see anything from this but victory, triumph, survivor, overcomer, shame on you.
Come on.
Shame on you.
And go get help.
Whoever you are, go get help. Want some real stuff, because an unhealed person would be like that.
Yeah.
I've been that, where I've looked at situations like, because I was unhealed.
You're right.
And real women will reach out to her. You know what? Bygones be bygones. I hate you went through that.
And look, I'm not going to apologize for bringing God into this, because this is not what
Don't
God
apologize.
wants.
Yeah.
No matter what anybody ever does, part of the prayer that I did not say today is that God is He builds us an image of Him. We are the spitting image of Him. We are warriors.
Yeah.
We are warriors. We are built for this, but we may not necessarily want to go through it. But at the end of the day, with God by our side, by and through, we gonna make it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, just
sometimes you don't feel like you will. Too.
Sometimes you don't. And I'm so grateful that
Yeah.
we're coming up on Resurrection Sunday.
yeah,
It's perfect.
Because when you think about everything that Christ had to endure, I saw somebody describe, we know that he had a crown of thorns on his head, but I saw somebody describe exactly what that crown of thorns. It wasn't just like a crown where, some little pricks.
Splinters.
No, it was literal nails that were dripping in his head. And they pushed it until the blood came streaming down. And all I can think about is if he went through all of that and I'm made in his image, I've got to go through some things. And all I could think about, let me get to the worst part of it. So in June, when he passed, that's when the physicality started. I need to preface what I'm about to say with this, and we talked about this a little bit earlier. Ladies, pay attention to how much your man tries to get away with when y'all are intimate. When y'all are in the bedroom, and I'm going to speak very candidly because
We want you to speak on
super
it.
grown.
Speak on it.
If he has a certain kink that he likes, or if he tries to see how much restraint he can get away with, even if it's trying to choke, if that's his thing, pay attention to that, because what he feels like he can get away with consent, he feels like he can get away without consent. Keep that in mind. So in June, he started getting more aggressive because he was grieving, he was angry, and he's also dealing with the fact that he's not told me the complete truth about his dealings with this other woman.
And so he's built up.
But it don't have nothing to do with no mental health. It has everything to do with a secret life that you're keeping from me that you can no longer keep up. And everything is starting to crash down on you. You've done so much lying and scheming to the point where you can't keep it up anymore. So naturally, you're about to lose your mind because everything is about to unfold. Well, in June, the first time that he ever put his hands on me was in my bedroom. He choked me up against the wall. And knowing that I have upper respiratory issues, that could have been very vital because it was not consensual. And he was not doing it out of passion. He was doing it out of anger and out of control. So he could have stopped my air passage and I could have died even that night. But he let me go and we continued on. I was like, you can't ever do that again because that scared me.
Can I ask? You don't have to get into great detail. How did he escalate? Yeah, what? You have to tell me the argument, but what
is the fact that he was arguing? So I'm the type, it's going to piss you off to ever argue with me because I genuinely don't give energy to arguments anymore. Okay. Now, back in the days, I and my words to him, finish with, is that everything?
Yes, I'm saying.
So you playing with me, and he gets more and more hype.
You wouldn't feed into it
because I would not give him.
I'm not doing that.
What I know about people, and this is not gender specific, when you don't give them the energy that they want as it pertains to being vocal or verbal, they resort to violence or physicality. If they can't control the conversation verbally, then they try to control the narrative physically. Because he is 6'3", 200 and something pounds. I'm 5'6", 200 and something pounds. We weigh the same, but his stature is way more than
he's towering over.
He's towering over me. So he felt like that was his control. And that's what he went to. And when he let go of my neck, I said, don't you ever do that again. I said, let that be the last time you put your hands on me.
Oh, wait, because you guys are arguing. Well, no, correct.
He's arguing. I've got a 45-minute. I also, when I say I keep receipts.
Okay.
I keep receipts. Because he's so into what he's saying. He's not paying attention to the fact that I press record. Because I know covert narcissists are ones that you would not know because publicly,
charming,
quintessential charming, quiet, perfect. And for him, religion, he hides behind the church boy. He can play all of those things. So you wouldn't know that. And I said, I've got to record. Nobody's going to believe this nigga talks to me like that. And they're not going to believe that I would allow me that I would allow anybody to talk crazy to me. So I record this 45 minutes long.
And just, my knowing him, it's still hard to believe. I
Everybody
still
says it.
can't put it together like him.
Him.
Okay, so he's arguing, no longer you. He's arguing. You are calm,
Chilling.
cool, collected.
We're chilling.
You say, "Did you get it all out?"
Mhm.
That infuriates him.
Mhm.
He just instantly goes to choking.
He's like, so you're not listening to nothing I'm saying. So you really don't get it. Like, he's escalating further and further. And I'm just like, and I see him, he's coming closer to me.
As he's saying this.
And so I stand up just at natural. If you could, I'm not going to let nobody just tell him. So I stand up in defense of myself because I need to kind of, let me. And he chokes me up against the wall. And he instantly let go. And I said, let that be the last time you do that. Let that be the last.
You were calm when you said that?
I was, as I'm talking to you, right?
You weren't shocked, though.
I think it happened so quickly.
Yeah.
I was not expecting him to take that out of any type of consensual anything. Because in the bedroom, we do whatever we want to do.
Yeah, right.
And I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But you took that out of the context of us agreeing. I don't care what a man tells you. Well, we did this before. You didn't have a problem with it before. In this moment, did I say it was okay?
Right.
If I did not say it was okay,
Right.
it's non-consensual.
And intent does matter.
You don't, and intent matters. You didn't do this because you was being freaky.
Yeah.
You did this because you tried to hurt me.
Yeah.
And that matters. So we get past that moment. We go to the funeral.
Did he ever apologize for that?
He apologized every time.
Yeah.
Because
Extremely.
Really.
Mm.
And truthfully, after he would apologize, and there's gifts, there's flowers, things that I would say, because I'm not a girly girl, like to the point where I need flowers every day. But anybody that knows me knows that sunflowers and roses that's my favorite combo. And this was the first time he'd ever done it. We've been together almost 2 years. And in 2 years, the first time you decide to get me flowers for real, it's after you put your hand on me.
Did he ever explain like why he even went to that extent? Because
Of course he blamed it on being upset.
No. See, this is the thing. Because I don't care how man, female, when you are that upset to the point where you thought to put your hand on another human being, that is the moment. And someone very close to us said, I walk away, I leave. Mm-hmm. If I get that upset, you have that power to walk away.
If that is your normal pattern.
But if you're not a narcissist who needs control.
But if it's your pattern to put your hands on women, that just let me know this is not the first time you've done it. You felt comfortable doing that to me. I'm not the only woman that you've done this to. I had heard, and again, I'm a person that I give people the benefit of the doubt. I hear stuff about y'all all the time. Stuff that I would never repeat because I wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I can't confirm or deny. And know this about a narcissistic man. He's going to always make sure that the woman that left him before, that he left with, she's got to be the problem.
Yeah.
So he's going to make sure that she was this and she was that. So every story that I ever heard about any woman before me, she was the problem.
She was the reason.
She was the problem. But I had heard in the wind, not from him, but from other people, that his ex-wife, he had actually put his hands on her. But he painted such a picture. And this is why I don't even fault the girl that he's with now. Because I know how he builds. Mm. I know this is likely. This is likely. I am the villain in his story.
Yes.
Yeah. I can guarantee you they sit around and talk about me like she was a nigga. She tried to control everything. Yeah. She emasculated me. I promise you that is exactly the conversation. And she's just like, I would never do it. Because every girl wants to feel like I'm going to do better. You're never going to.
No.
This is a game for them. So I'm sure that that's the story that he's telling, but I had heard that he had put his hands on her, but I had never heard from her. Now, mind you, he would always FaceTime his son because this is the one he has a son with. He FaceTime his son, and let me not say always, be for real. It would be sporadic because she would make sure she had full control over when that man could see his son and when he couldn't. And because of the narrative he painted of her, I'm thinking, dang, she keeping you from your son. That's great. I know now very well why she moves the way she does. Not just because of him, but as a mama too.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Would not want my child to be anywhere near a person like that. Understand full well why she moves the way.
So he wasn't still seeing her like that
at that time. This is when I knew, because he cheated on me with the one girl, the youth director. He would always brag about his first baby mama, which everybody knew. He was always going. Even his 30th birthday party, 27th floor gave him permission to sleep with his baby mama.
Oh.
She told him that night, because she was there. She invited her.
But is that what he told you?
This is what he told me, but this is what she told me too. This is why 27th floor really needs to sit at the 27th floor and be quiet for 27 years.
God.
Because the things that you did and put up with and that you consented to has nothing to do with my story and what I dealt with dealing with this man. But this is how I knew he was sleeping with his ex-wife. We got into another argument. This might have been after the funeral, because he paraded me around in his hometown at the funeral. Everybody can attest to this. He took me to that funeral to parade me around. I was his trophy. That's the only reason why. We argued from the time we got in that car to the time we got in that hotel until we finally got some.
To the funeral?
Till we actually got to the actual funeral. That is when I finally got some peace, because eyes were on us. Oh. It was showtime for him.
So, okay, hold on.
I kid you.
There's so much to go through, because what are y'all arguing? I was about to say, what are y'all arguing about?
Because he could feel me detaching. So when he would try to engage, I'm not playing with you. I'm going to support you because we're together. But don't expect to love it. I don't want to have sex. I really don't want to deal with, but I'm going to be cool for the sake of it.
So during this time, at the funeral time, you were
feeling him. Yeah. For lack of better words, I was not feeling him. But I was not going to leave him to deal with this level of grief. Because here's what I knew. It's twofold. Yes, you miss him. Yeah. But you feel guilty because you did not make it right with him before he left. So I know this is eating you up. More to me, I already felt like if there was any type of vengeance I was going to get for him cheating, that was it. You are internally dying. Yeah. At the fact that the person that you love more than even me. I watched this man cry over another man more than he ever cried over putting his hands on me. Yeah. And I knew that's where his heart was for real. He really loved that boy. Yeah. But the narcissist in him and his terrible character would not make him make it right before he paid, because he had opportunity. He could have.
And that makes sense for why that's when the...
Because you're carrying all of this. And you take it out on me.
A narcissistic person dealing with grief is a recipe for disaster.
Complete disaster. Complete disaster.
Because you lose control in all of it. You don't have control over, I didn't get to say what I wanted to say before you pass. Then you pass in a way that nobody had control over.
And here's the bigger part. The way that I looked at it, and this is the truth. The way he was celebrated. I don't think his ego could really take that. Which is why bringing me to the funeral made him feel like this the best of the best that we got, where I left y'all to come to the big city. And look what I came back with. Y'all celebrating him. Yeah, he did all that, but look at me. Even in the midst of this boy passing and his grief,
still was.
Your mindset was to shine regardless. And you can shine because he's out the window. Because let's be for real. I'm finna keep it all the way real. I don't care at this point.
Keep it real.
If we're talking talent, his talent far surpassed yours.
Listen, I'm a dude.
And it was because
One of my favorite.
his heart was postured correct.
Yes, it was.
His character was intact
Yes,
with
it was.
everybody.
Yes, it was.
His skill set.
That's it.
And his work ethic. You only depended on the fact that you got perfect pitch and your mom and daddy said you were good.
Come on. Come on, nobody.
Amen.
Amen. Amen.
Nobody.
Nobody. Nobody.
And that's the truth of the matter.
Yes.
So even when we were supposed to be celebrating his life, you made even this situation about you. And I stood beside.
I said through and through narcissists.
I stood beside
Through and
you.
through.
We are no. Let me
It's
add
the matter
this.
that
We are no doctors.
No,
You know,
not at all. But I've been through
psychologists.
therapy, and the way that my therapist has just broken this down to me, and because she has explained to me every inch and crevice of how a narcissist, and I recognize narcissism not just in him,
So you could
but in other people.
Come
I can
on.
speak on this
You can
because
speak on it.
my attachment to them didn't start with him,
Come on.
and she helped me see that.
Okay.
So
We're gonna get to
it's all that.
in part 4, but
So in June, we start the actual physicality. By July, it's upgraded. It's like, okay, now this is becoming a weekly, bi-weekly routine.
with
That when he gets mad, he's gonna put his hands on.
okay. Okay.
So the first time was
In June.
choking
Mhm.
in June.
Mhm.
The,
Every time was choking.
the second, hold on, because
Every time.
it's taking effect.
Every time.
The second time was about what, a week or two after the first time?
The second time would have been like in July. So this is after we get through with the funeral, because the funeral was the end of June. So July, after he set in his grief a little bit. And it's starting to really build, because at this point, I've still got to go on. I got shows, I've got gigs. We still got to kind of push through.
Right.
And at this point, he's relying heavily on alcohol and drugs. So you mix alcoholism, drugs, and a narcissistic controlling personality, grief, all of these things combined, no excuse still for putting your hands on somebody. Then every other week I'm dealing with this, to the point we make it to August. We have a person in our community, in our musical community, that passed a few years back, a staple in our community. And we have not a benefit, but a celebration, a memorial for him. And there's so many people on the ticket, and they asked me to be on the ticket. So of course, yes, absolutely, anything for him. Because he is a lot of the reason why I have seen the places that I've seen and been connected to the people that I've been connected to. So yeah,
He is in the other person.
the other person, the other person.
Not the ex.
Not the ex,
Yes.
but the staple in our musical community that passed away. He has a go-go benefit party, and his wife is there, and she's there to control everything that's going on. So we get there, and he and my ex, are standing in the back. Because when I go anywhere, I don't try to make myself like the center of attention. I go anywhere, I'm just chilling, trying to see what's going on.
Definitely do.
I'm speaking to everybody because I've not seen people in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm speaking to everybody. Everybody's excited. Nobody really knows him per se, but they know I'm with him.
Right.
So out of respect, they're like, "Oh, hey man, what's going on? What's your name?" And introducing and all the things. Some of my good friends are there. A lot of my good artist friends are there, because everybody's on this ticket.
Yeah.
And so they're speaking to me, but they feel a way about him. People felt a way about him far before I even got to him. So they just like, hey, what's up? But they're speaking to me, loving on me. So there comes a point in the show where the go-go band is up. And these my people. I'm like, hi, if you know me, you know if I come to anything to support, I'm probably going to be in the front row losing my mind. So I do that. I leave him. He said, that's a grown man. He's standing up. You're a grown man. Why do I have to stay with you the whole time? So go in the front and I'm hyping my people up. And when they're done with their set, I'll go back to the back and I'm like, I'm sorry, babe. I didn't mean to leave you like that. No, I'm with them. That's who you want to be with. But that's where you'd rather be. And I'm just like, at this point, I'm so used to this behavior. I'm just like, look, I'm never going to
That's
stand in the back.
manipulation.
You can't gaslight me. You cannot manipulate me. I'm never going to stand in the back while my people are performing. These are my people.
Right.
So, yeah, I'm going to give them. Well, no, you can just go wherever you are. So, you know what I did this time? I said, you're right. So I go sit at the bar by myself. This time, I'm not in the mood for your beer. It's too many people. Right?
Yeah.
I go sit by myself. He comes up to me. He grabs me by my arm. He says, so this is what we're going to do? I said, I'm going to tell you this very calmly. There are too many eyes on me right now.
Mm-hmm.
I would advise you go back where you were and chill. And we can talk about this later. No, we're going to talk about this now. I said, hey, I'm telling you, people are watching it. Whether you feel like they are or not, people are watching what you're doing right now. And this is how I know I wasn't wrong. When he walked away to go back where he was or go to the bar, wherever he went, I had 2 other artists come up to me, my good friends, and they were like, I'll beat your boyfriend up. Just know that. I was like, chill. No, I saw what he just did. Okay. I'll beat that nigga up. Wow. Let him know that. And I was like, nah, it's cool. So I get up to perform. And the person that put this event on has musicians in place. I know this about Dallas. When a nigga feel like you feeling yourself too much, he's going to give you the opportunity to sink or swim. Mm-hmm. So unbeknownst to me, he asked my ex, do you want to play? He not only asked my ex, he asked my other band members that are there, do you want to play for Mandie? My ex tells the other band members, I got it. I'll play.
I'm sorry, what?
He tells and I only know this because we get to the gig the next week, or maybe even that night, because I think I may have had set out that night too. And they were like, I was going to play, but he told me don't worry about it.
And you didn't know at the time.
I had no clue. This is to show you that his mask started to slip amongst the public. Mm. Everybody could see this boy is starting to have an effect on her that nobody else has. He's treating her a way that we ain't never seen anybody else get away with. Fast forward, I had a gig at a pretty big place. And this was my first time being there. This is when I started to notice that what I was dealing with in private was starting to show up publicly. Mm-hmm. And my safe space, which is music, which is my stage, was not safe for me anymore. Mm-hmm. We do this gig, and I'm talking about this is a big venue. Finish, I get on stage, and I'm apologizing profusely to my band. I said, I'm so sorry. I didn't do the bridge to that song. And they were like, what you talking about? They showed me on video that I, in fact, sang the whole song. I have no recollection of singing it because he's got my mind. At this point, we're talking about weekly abuse. We're talking about mental abuse to the point where people can attest to it. And y'all talked about me so bad. Please don't know that I don't know this. Y'all talked about me so bad because people would say, she's not changing the set list. She keep doing the same song. I could not retain anything else. I could barely retain the songs that were in my set list. Because what y'all don't know is when I go home, I'm getting my ass beat. And if I'm not being beat on physically, mentally, I've got to have what women usually do to men when they start to feel insecure is what I was experiencing with this man. I'm getting questioned about every single thing. Any man that ever looked at me when I was on stage, I had a DJ help me off stage one time, and he picked me up to help me off stage. I didn't stop hearing about that for about a week, to the point where he was like, he needs to apologize for doing that in my. Why? I said, can somebody help me on stage? You didn't move. So you're on stage with me. So you didn't move. Down. And another man said, and it was nothing flirtatious. I just need to get on stage. Right. And he was with the audience to pick me up. Alrighty, dude. So that happened time and time again. I had another incident where I almost lost a huge connection. I opened up for, and this was probably the biggest show that I've done. I've opened up for 50 Cent. I've opened up for Snoop Dogg. I've had lots of openers, but this was big because this was at the Opera House. Mm-hmm. So we're dressed to the nines. I'm excited because I'm plugged in to a platform and some people. We talking about the who's who of not just Dallas. Anybody that's got money, anybody that could put me in position to be better or greater or invest in me was there. Show goes off without a hitch. I don't need no liquor because my adrenaline is high. It's juvenile. Yeah. We're there at Juvenile sound check, so I get to actually be around. Manny Fresh is on the. This is a dream come true for a 90s girl like me. After the show, and again, I had not paid attention to what she was doing, not knowing that he had been drinking tequila almost the entire. We had been there for about 5 hours. We got sound check, we got setup, got his setup, so we got to interchange all that. We got the actual show, and then I wasn't trying to leave directly after. I wanted to support everybody that was there, and then I got to wait to get paid and all of that. We get ready to leave. And unbeknownst to me, he's put all of our stuff in his car because he drove his car. We're backing up. He hit car.
I know you lying.
I can't make this up. And so I said, stop. I think you might have hit him. He's drunk out of his mind. And I don't really realize this because he has a great way of masking everything. But I could tell by his reaction, like, oh, okay, you a little sauced up. I don't have my glasses on me. Mm-hmm. And at this time, I didn't even have I had to get my license renewed. So I couldn't drive. Right. I'm like, oh my God. I don't have no choice but to depend on this dude. We get out the car. His road manager and his wife is outside. And this boy is going off on them. Not like, how embarrassing. Not just embarrassing, but dangerous. Yeah. Because Juby is about that. We time before. New Orleans. Hood. I just happen to be a hood chick from Pleasant Grove. So I tell him, I say, be quiet and go sit in the car. He's like, no, but it ain't even that bad. I said, you don't get there to assess the damage for something that you caused. Go sit in the car and let me handle it. Yeah. I literally had to talk to those people. And not even Buddy. I talked to his wife. He said, if wifey says it's cool, then y'all good. These people, they was ready to go to war. And the hood girl in me saved the day. This is the many times that I've had to get us out of situations because either his ego or the liquor took over. And that night, y'all, I cannot make this up. We get back to my house. He disappears. He leaves my house. He leaves his phone because we share locations. He was smart enough to leave his phone because at least that way I can't track where he is. He left. He was gone for about an hour. You know what I did? Took my makeup off, took that wig off, got in the shower, got in the bed. I'm not finna worry about where you are. About 1 a.m, I'm going to take the trash out. I see him pull up. His side mirror is missing. I have no clue. Oh my gosh. What this boy had been doing, but I knew one thing. He went to go see that girl.
How do you know him?
I know that based on the fact that there would be no other reason that you wouldn't take your phone with you. You had no reason to leave this house.
Especially when you realize you didn't have it and come back.
You didn't come back to get, and the first thing out of his mouth, we had just went and got Wingstop before we came back. He came back with Taco Bell. I'm like, why did you go get Taco Bell when we had Wingstop?
Correct.
First thing out of his mouth, forget the food. And just so you know, I wasn't with no bitch. Well, I wasn't going to say that, but since you brought it up, that's exactly where you were.
Yeah, sure you were.
Because what was the reason to even say that?
Two things. You were embarrassed by the fact that I had to get us out of that situation.
Yeah.
And you could have cost us everything there.
Absolutely.
So many situations like that. Fast forward to Austin. I had a gig in Austin. Me. One of my friends was having a birthday party and she wanted me to be there. He wanted to be everywhere I was.
Mhm.
Because after you cheat, you're not going to trust your... If your
After you cheat,
here's what you should know.
Oh.
If you cheat on your partner, you should always be on your P's and Q's. Because at some point, cheating is going to happen.
Yeah.
You'll never be secure again. You should just leave.
Yeah.
To that point.
So he leaves and comes. Like, this is the same night?
Same night. Like, literally drunkenly drove us home. And I'm just like, hey, can you please?
Now, let's keep in mind, y'all, if you didn't see episode 2, he also, let's be real, got into the accident that debilitated him from being drunk.
I was going to say,
we were saying the story.
The people that were there said that he was drunk before he left. And I disputed that because he had FaceTimed me and he seemed to be coherent.
Okay.
But thinking back on it, he was very aggressive. He was very upset. And I was just like, you got to calm down.
And sometimes people who drink a lot have a great way of masking it because they do it so much.
Hey, don't act right. Mm-hmm.
So he comes home with a broken mirror. You're over. I know you are. I mean, there's a difference between, we talked about this in the first season, being tired and then your soul being tired.
Like, I think the thing, or for me, is like, why was your first response to I wasn't with no bitch? Or like, right? What? That's guilty in itself. Maybe I'm saying too much, but ladies, let's pay attention, okay? Because nothing what you weren't, but it's like we give so much benefit of the doubt. But when a nigga offers information that you didn't ask,
I didn't ask for that.
You can almost 9 times out of 10 believe that that's exactly what was going on. I didn't ask you because you left you always got that phone in your.
Come on.
You left your phone with me.
Come on.
For an hour because you went to be with the person that if anybody was going to call, it would have been her. But what did she have to call for? Because you're
with her.
And this dummy, because at this point, she knows full well we're in a relationship.
Right.
She don't care. But this is the same woman that you were with when you were married. This is your favorite dummy. Ooh. This is your favorite goofy.
Favorite dummy is a saying, y'all, because
favorite dummy.
We've all had our favorite dummies in life.
You got your favorite dummy, you got your favorite ex, you got your favorite little kid.
My favorite dummy.
This was his favorite. This is his favorite dummy. Because he's still very much so with
And at this point, you probably weren't even.
I was so
you had no desire to go through the phone.
I was just like,
the phone was home.
The phone was with me.
Yeah.
So when I saw that his mirror was, I laughed. I was like, how did you do that? And he was like, I don't even remember, bro.
Oh my God.
He didn't have his shoes on when he left. He tried to make it seem like he just went driving and like made it so believable. Like, girl, this was planned. You do this all the time. Cool, no problem. Me being me. Remember what I told you when this started? This can go.
Mm-hmm.
However you want it to go.
Mm-hmm.
So we get to Austin because I had a friend that wanted me to do a birthday party. He's not a part of anything, but he wants to be there. Yeah. So he drives me to Austin.
How long was this?
This was in August. This was specifically August 15th. I remember this because I have receipts from the hotel we stayed in. And I have receipts from the correspondence between me and the promoter.
Because one thing she made clear is that
I'm going to keep the receipts.
She has the receipt.
Oh, I even have the hotel key cards.
All right.
because, and that's significant because he was so drunk that night, he kept locking himself out of the room. So mind you, it's just, I'm there for work. You're not really even supposed to be with me.
Yeah.
But you keep taking it upon yourself to go down to the hotel lobby in the concierge to keep getting key cards because you keep locking yourself out the room. Dumb stuff. I'm talking about the dumbest stuff. So anyway, we get to Austin and I have a great show, but during the show, I think it had to do with the fact that he was not actually playing. And the response I was getting was the same response I would get if I was at home, if I was in Houston, if I was in LA. It's just people love what they love about me.
Yeah.
Whatever that is.
Yeah.
And I 100% lean into it. Whatever energy I'm getting,
Yeah.
I'm going to give
Get
that
right
back.
back.
Y'all done paid for me to come all this way.
Yeah.
I'm finna turn
Let's
up.
do a show.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
I'm giving it all that I got. So he feels a way that he's not a part of the band. I'm working, but I can see in my peripheral, he's sitting on the sideline where the band is, and he's calling out chords.
Oh my
1,
gosh.
6, 5, 1, 2. And I'm like, I can't stop him, so I don't say that. I don't want to make this a big deal, so I chill. The band is just, but these are my bros. Like, I perform with these people all the time. Somebody was recording in the audience. Everybody was recording. But somebody that my drummer knows was recording. And he happened to see it on Instagram. And he could see him in the background calling out the chords, looking like a goofy. So he texted me, he said, "What are you doing?" And he said, "You need to go sit down, bro." He said, "You're not a part of the band. You spazzing, fam."
Let me ask
Go
you
sit
this.
down.
Why wasn't he? This was your normal band?
Because this was my gig, but this was her birthday party.
So she
So these are all her people that
got it. But you
but
just knew
I know everybody because
Right.
I'm in Austin a lot. I'm in Houston a lot. And fast forward to August and him being embarrassed by the fact that he was on the internet for everybody to see, calling out chords and trying to get attention.
I'm so embarrassed.
I was embarrassed when I
So
watched
embarrassed.
it back, like, oh. And so for somebody that was not even in Austin to say, "You need to chill,"
Wow.
he took that out on me. And that night, he had this obsession with getting my phone.
Is this the night?
No, this is not the, this
Oh
is
my Lord.
This is the time before the very last.
Okay. Thanks.
We were 3.5 hours away in Austin and in a hotel that somebody else had paid for me to be in
Right.
for work. So he trying to get my phone. I'm like, "No, why do you want my phone so bad?
Right.
Like, what is that about?" So he kept leaving me alone, going downstairs. He go sit in his car, smoke and drink, and then he come back up, find something else to be upset about. Or when I say he tore that room up, what stopped him one time or made him calm down? This necklace right here. My grandmother used to wear a stack of these chains.
Mhm.
This is her necklace.
Mm.
And he yanked this necklace off my neck and broke it. And I cried like a 5-year-old. And I was like, "You didn't have to do. Of all the things you've done to me, you didn't have to do that." And something in him made him be like, "Okay, I went too far." He was like, "Stop crying, stop crying, stop. I'll fix it. And he sat there and he fixed my necklace. And I put it back on. And I thought that was the end of it.
Was this the first time he ever saw you that emotional behind his reaction?
Yes. I think that was the first time that he saw me be that emotional. And where I thought that pierced his heart, it only fueled him because it made him feel like, "Oh, I can
Oh,
break
I
her.
got her.
Oh, there is something that will make her bow down." So where I thought this was finally over, he left the room again. And I started to bring these key cards so that y'all could see I'm not lying. There were about 10 different key cards where he just kept locking himself out there. I'm like, where's your key? Why do you keep having to go there? What are you doing? But he was drunk and high out of his mind. The last time that he came up after he fixed my necklace, he was banging on the door, and I was just like, I will let you in if you just calm down.
Yeah.
Please calm down. He acted like he was cool. As soon as I opened that door, he went to acting a complete idiot. He took me outside of that room. He choked me up and down that. Like, he's 6'3". I'm 5'6". We weigh about the same. But mind you, he has metal in his entire left side of his body. So there's a strength that naturally, as a man with testosterone, he has that I don't have. Amplify that with liquor and weed and just rage.
Yeah.
He was, and there's cameras in the hallway. So all of this is documented. I remembered around this time, this is the time where like the Diddy situation was coming out with Cassie.
Okay.
And I remembered
Wow.
that the way that they got Diddy on camera was because Cassie ran to the elevator.
Yes.
Where she knew the cameras were. So as soon as I got an opportunity, I ran to the elevator. I had my phone with me.
Mandie, you were physically running?
Physically running. I had on a moo because I had already gotten out the shower and I did the whole
Yeah.
I was really thinking, I done killed tonight. We had a great night. I'm gonna go to bed. He was on one because he was embarrassed by his actions. So he proceeds to act a fool for another 2.5 hours. I literally run in my moo barefooted with my phone in my because I had my bra on, my phone in my bra. And I'm back, like literally like, oh God, please, 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 please. Let I get on the elevator. The elevator closes before he can get to me. I go downstairs. The concierge is downstairs. He meets me at the elevator. He said, I can see what's going on. Do you want me to call the police? I said, no. I said, all I want you to do, give me the opportunity to calm him down and we'll leave because I'm here on business. And I don't want the person who's paying for this to have to deal with any charges to the room or any, don't make a report, don't make a fuss because I'm not here on my own regard. He said, are you sure? I said, yes, give me a second. I called my dad. I said, Daddy, he won't stop jumping. He won't stop. He won't stop jumping on me. And I don't know why. I said, but we're in Austin. I turned on my location. I said, you can see where I am. I said, so I'm going to get him to calm down so we can head back that way. He said, Amanda, do I need to come get you? I said, Daddy, I'm too far. I said, just let me calm him down. And I'm going to head that way. But you got my location. I said, if at any point my location changes or if it stops for a period of time, call the police and give them where I am. He puts all of our stuff in the car. I said, let's just go. I get him calmed down enough. I said, let's go. He's like, yeah, because I got shit to do anyway. He put all of our stuff in the car. I talked to the concierge. I said, I'm so sorry. I said, please don't charge anything to them because I'm not. I just want to make sure you're okay. I said, you sure? The last time. You don't want me to call the police? I said, no, please don't. But I remembered all of this stuff is video. It's on camera. So if I ever need to go back to this, I can go back to that hotel.
That's specifically.
Fast forward to September 7th, which was the last time. And truthfully, it should have been my last breath.
Mandie, you realize you said every month.
Every month. Because from May from May to September, I was living in a nightmare. It was a nightmare. But because, I didn't think that anybody would believe That given my past, given who I am based on perception, because everybody thinks I'm so hard, I'm such a nigga, she don't talk, she would never let a nigga do. Given that fact, I was like, what's the point in me saying anything to anybody? And knowing that my peers are just waiting for something terrible. They are waiting for somebody to break me because they ain't been able to do it. They are waiting for the moment where finally we can knock this bitch out and she's gone so we can have our way. September 7th, and I will never ever forget this date as long as I live. I had Sandaga that night. And everybody that's in my band, down to my sound engineer, can attest that that night, he was very extra. Everybody kept saying, I don't know why he keep talking about you, but he keeps coming up to us saying, ain't nobody gonna love you the way he love you. You his, you belong to him. Y'all gonna get married, because he had proposed to me by this time. So this was one of his tactics of whatever I got to do to keep you, I'm gonna do it. So for me, I didn't feel like it was a real proposal. We went to Walmart and bought a ring and put it on my finger.
Wait,
so
with a ring?
With a ring.
Like, was he drunk?
No, he was in his right, because this was during the day. He thought I got to do whatever I can do to keep you, because his words to me were, God told me you're my wife.
Wow. God. When was this proposal?
This was probably July.
Like on his knees?
Mhm.
Did you wear the ring?
I did, but I didn't wear it often. I would only wear it when he was around. He would be like, why you don't want to wear it like when you're out? Because to me, this feels inauthentic. To me, this feels contrived.
Yeah.
This feels like this is a last resort. And I know you're not done messing with her.
You never felt like that. Forget the ring. You never felt like you were engaged.
No, because I wasn't. Because my ex-husband, when he proposed to me, we were literally dating 6 months before he went and got me an actual ring.
Yeah.
And proposed to me. The way he proposed to me was on a rooftop in downtown Dallas, overlooking the city. And his words to me were, I want to build an empire of love with you. This is my ex that I had only known for 6 months.
Right.
And if he could put that much effort into that proposal, I know this is not a real proposal. Like you BSing.
Yeah.
And this is just to keep me.
Yeah.
So I never really looked at it as that. And then I had already checked out. You can't have this demonstrative action of love after you beating on me every other night or every week. I gotta deal with you putting your hands on me. And if you're not putting your hands on me, then in some kind of way you're being manipulative, or you're being sneaky, or I know you're still dealing with this girl. Like, it's always something with you.
Yeah.
It sounds like he lived a life that was performative.
Everything was performative.
Yeah. So
because that's all he knew.
From the beginning of meeting your father or even your daughter, you said that was a performative.
Everything was performative.
Like,
even when him meeting my dad, the way that he reeled my dad in was familiarity.
yeah.
They both country boys from Arkansas. So all he had to do was drop a couple of names.
Yeah.
Because my dad is in the funeral business. Oh, church and funeral business closely related. So it wouldn't be, to me, that far-fetched that you would know or be familiar with some of the same people that my dad would have known or grown up. That was impressive to my dad, because nobody else that I dated had any familiarity with church like that or the funeral business. Wow. So you got his ear based on that, but he's watching you. And still very much so new. It's something about it. I don't know yet what. So fast forward to September 7th. All the boys is like, he tripping, dog. It's just all night. Again, that's a grown man. I'm not watching what he's doing because I'm at work. I don't know how much he's had to drink. And I'm going to say this. The way he was that night, the strength that he had that night didn't feel like weed and liquor.
Okay.
It felt like, and this wouldn't be too far-fetched to say, maybe he had gotten into some stronger. drugs. In our city and just in the musicians, it's not far-fetched for people to do cocaine, to pop pills.
It's so true.
None of that would surprise me.
Yeah.
But also, I can't say these things to be true. I just know that this particular morning, because we left the club by 2, so it's morning, something was very different. So we get ready to leave. He's got to pay everybody because he's the MD. I'm at his car, in his car, because he would make sure I go sit in the car while he handled business. I let that baby feel like he was you in charge, baby.
This is your thing.
Go do your thing.
Right.
I'm at the car, and Jersey is at the car with me
Okay.
because it's 2:00 in the morning. We in South Dallas, and I'm sitting in the car by myself while he's taking an extremely long time. It don't take that long to go get some money, distribute it, and come back. But this particular night, he kept coming back and forth. So me and Jersey at the car, like, bro, what is he doing? Having a regular conversation. He's literally just there.
He's coming back to the car to you and going back?
And going back inside. The time that he finally came to the car and he was ready to go, after he paid everybody, before he got to the car, he sent me a text message. And the text message was kind of wonky because he was a little bit drunk. Not a little bit, he was drunk out of his mind.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to piece together what he's talking about. And he's, you know what? I want to do this on camera before.
He has.
I'm going to always. I asked him, where you at? He was like, I'm going to get barbecue. If you know, Sandago, they got barbecue on the patio. So he goes to get that. He sends me a text and it says, I love you. In caps, you. Only you.
It's in caps.
And he said, I just be knowing what niggas is on. And niggas think I'm dumb.
And this came out of nowhere. Nothing.
Out of nowhere. Nothing happened except for me and Jersey at the car.
Right.
Because you left us there.
And he's waiting for
He's waiting for you because he's got a family. He's got to go home.
Okay.
Right.
He's only on the strength of making sure my boss is good because she out here by herself.
Yeah.
And you thinking it's other stuff. I just know what niggas is on. But it's okay, though. When I got that.
But it's okay, though, is the crazy part.
With the okay and the
I see that. And
you see that?
I see it.
I knew we was finna be.
You knew it was going to be that kind of night.
I knew it was going to be that kind of night.
And you know what? I was thinking this with the last situation, and actually the one before that. And if you are a performer, if you are a doctor, if you are anything that requires you to exert of yourself, you are tired.
Yeah.
Exhausted.
You give so much of yourself.
Especially.
So I thought that when the hotel was where I really thought about it.
I was
like,
already.
No way did she have energy for this.
But if you notice, every time he would do is when I was my most vulnerable. When I was at my weekend.
Yeah.
Because that's demon behavior.
Absolutely.
That vulnerability, absolutely. That's demon behavior. And I don't mean demon time, the quote.
No, literal
demonic realm. Demon. Absolutely. That vulnerable place.
And we did something, and she mentioned something while we were not recording at this time because those spirits want to.
They keep trying to stop.
They keep trying to stop us.
And listen,
okay,
y'all saw it when the episode first started. Listen, every single time.
Yep.
She could talk about anything else.
And
the recording has run
fine. Perfect.
The second she began to speak on this specific night, every single time.
Something.
It does things that it's never done.
Right.
Ever done. And it keeps shutting down, freezing, stopping. Every time. It just did it again. Y'all missed it. It just did it again.
Really?
It just did it again.
So when he gets in the car, I'm already knowing what type time he on. I say nothing. He's like, so that's what we doing? I said to him, look, I'm tired. I don't feel like it. I said, whatever it is that you have to say, I don't want to hear it. and I don't have anything to say
Yeah.
to you. I just want to go home
Yeah.
because I got church in the morning. He goes off on a tangent. While we're driving, he's driving. And I just let him go off. We stop at the gas station, and I'm going to, for context, be very specific in telling this story.
Mm-hmm.
We stop at the 7-Eleven off of Sylvan, 30 and Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
And he stops, and I'm thinking we're going to get gas, but we don't stop to get gas. He stops because his intent was he had just bought me a Coach purse. Mind you, it took him 2 years to buy me one thing that I'd asked for. Ooh. He bought me this Coach purse finally. He opens up my Coach purse and he starts taking the contents of my purse out. He's throwing it out once he stops at the gas station.
Throwing it out where?
Outside of the car because he stopped at the pump. He's throwing everything out. And I'm going to take my shit back too because you don't deserve this shit. I just start trying to gather as much as I can gather because I just got my nails done as they are now. I keep a long nail. So I tried to gather as much, still not going off, not acting a fool. And if you go back to September 7th, at that 7-Eleven off Sylvan, every place that you go to publicly is recorded. And they let you know, specifically, that's as I've heard them, you are being recorded. So if I'm lying, I'm flying. Yep. Because everything that I'm saying, if the police ask for that footage, you can see everything that I'm saying down to the timeline. He puts my stuff out. I try to gather as much as I can. One thing I am very adamant about is having my phone. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, okay, he done stopped the car. Finally. I go in my phone. I call a Lyft. I order a Lyft. I'm finna get up out of here. Mm-hmm. And I'm going back to my house without him. He sees that I'm calling a Lyft. We're at a pump. He pulls up further to the actual store. He's in a parking lot, a handicapped parking space. There's a car beside us with their door open. He pulls up so fast, he hits that car. So while he's in a confrontation with the person whose car he hit, I gather my stuff in my purse and I get out of Dodge. I go try to hide. So on Sylvan and 30, there are some houses that sit off to the side. I try to go hide in this spot where I know I can wait. My Lyft is about maybe 5 minutes away. He's in this confrontation with these other people, so I feel like I'm safe. As soon as my Uber pulls up, I see my Uber, but it's Lyft. Yeah. As soon as I see my Lyft, he dodges out in front of the Lyft, opens the car door and is like, get your ass in this car. He forces me into the car.
You got this. Mm-hmm. You got this. Mm.
I had a chain that my ex had given me, and it had an M because I never had a chain, but my ex was like, you a superstar. You need to have a chain. And it was similar to this one. This one I bought myself because the chain that I had that night, he ripped it off my neck and threw it on the ground. I don't know where that chain is and I'll never see it again. After he ripped that chain off my neck, he forced me into the car. The way that his car, he has a Ford Edge and it's an '08 model. So it's older, which means that everything in his car is metal. The door, the outside lining of his car is completely metal. When he forced me into the car, the left side of my head he hits my head on the door, and immediately my head is busted open. I could hear I could hear the blood. I could hear the blood dripping from my head onto his leather seats. And I said, "Hey, can you stop? I'm bleeding." He said, "I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Get your ass in this car." And he forced me into the car. We drive, my head is wide open, and I'm bleeding profusely. And I'm just holding my head, and I can hear he's screaming and yelling, but all I can focus on is I'm losing blood. And I'm starting to lose consciousness a little bit because I'm bleeding so much. We get back to my house. And in between the time that we drive to my house from Sylvan, Madison, maybe like a 20-minute drive, he got my phone some kind of way. So I'm without a phone. But I still got my keys because I still got my purse. And the only thing that I could think of when I got back to the house, his parents live across the street from me. So while he's got my phone and he's going on a rampage and going crazy, I'm like, let him have that phone or do whatever he does. I'm gonna go across the street to his folks' house and let them know what's going on. Maybe they can stop him or they can call somebody for me. They have a gate in their apartment. I couldn't get it. So the only thing that I could do was go back. I go back and I park my car, and he's sitting in his car with my phone. And he's going through my phone. And he's getting pissed because he's looking at text messages from months ago. He's looking at whatever he's looking at. He's getting pissed. And he said to me, "I know I ain't shit, but you don't get to do what I'm doing to you, to me." And this was the first time that he'd ever hit me with his fist. And I'm in the driver's seat of his car, because that's where he was sitting. And when he flung open the door to tell me what he told me, he grabs my throat because choking was his thing. He chokes me down to the floor of the car. And with everything he got in him, he was punching me in my face like I was a nigga. And all I can remember is looking up, and I saw the stars. And I just kept thinking, God, you see this, and you know. Help me. Because I just gotten off stage from doing 2 hours worth of singing. I didn't have a voice where I could scream and yell. And at this point, it's like 3 o'clock in the morning. It ain't a lot of people in my apartment complex wandering around. That wasn't enough for him. He leaves me. He's got the key to my house. He goes inside my apartment, and I'm guessing to try to get whatever stuff, because I'm like, at this point, just get all your stuff and just go. This is the last night. I can't deal with this.
Right.
So he goes inside my apartment, but he comes back out like he was. If I can describe his antics, it was like just watching a pit bull just go crazy. I've never seen this level of strike one and foolishness out of him. He was loud. And where I park, I have paid parking, which is like in the courtyard of my apartment complex. So there were people that were watching from their houses and weren't doing it. And these are neighbors that he had made himself well acquainted with. Because I'm an introvert, so I don't talk to a whole lot of people. But he made it his business to talk to these people that make himself friendly. So they were just thinking we just in a spat. I don't want to get involved in that. He came back outside and he kept beating on me some more. It had rained the night before, so it was mud. I'm literally in the courtyard, mud everywhere. I'm literally dirty in my, like literally just with the little bit of voice that I have, begging him, please stop. Trying to scream for help as much as I could. This very last time, he goes wherever he goes. I don't know where this nigga went. But I heard a small voice whisper, psst, psst, come here, come here. And it was my neighbors that stayed literally all the way on the other side of the courtyard. But they could see what was going on. And these people, I didn't know these people, they had just moved in. They didn't even have furniture in their house. They had just moved in, but they saw what he was doing. They said, we wanted to wait until he got away from you. And they were like, come on, come with me. At this point, he had beat me so bad, I'm bleeding everywhere. My clothes are ripped off, so I'm almost naked, just in this courtyard, bleeding with head trauma, everything. They let me in the house. Mind you, I don't have my phone. They were the ones that called the police for me. So this is not a matter of I called the police to get him in trouble. I didn't even have my phone. They called the police because they saw this boy is going to kill her if we don't help her. I went in their apartment and I was just crying. Yeah. And to this day, I still have the robe that they gave me. And I have the towel that they gave me. He had snatched my wig off. I remember that. Like he was trying to do everything that he could to it. I'm breaking me down to nothing. So they gave me a towel because I got these Queen Latifah set off braids. And they were like, wrap your head up because I'm bleeding. And I'm basically naked. And I sit in their house. They call the police and I hear them on the phone with the police. Maybe about, I guess about 20 minutes or so pass. And the police are there. And they come to their house and they're taking their report. And they ask me, where is he? I said, I don't know. I have no clue. Because again, he ran off this way. I still don't know where he was to this day. So they were like, what unit are you in? I tell them what unit. And they were like, let's go back to your apartment. So we go back to my house. And I called my mother. And I was scared to call her because I was like, she gonna go crazy and try to find this boy. I called my mom. I said, Mommy, I said, he beat me so bad. I said, I'm bleeding everywhere. I said, I have a gash in my head and I can't really see how bad it is. And she said, I'm on my way. In the meantime, the police officer, the detective that was there, was asking me to recall my story, what happened. So I'm telling him, he stops me. And I think I said this to you, maybe episode 1 or 2. He said, I don't care if you want to press charges. Yeah. You're going to press charges. Yeah. He said, because what I'm looking at, he said, you have to press charges on this man. He said, I don't care what y'all were going through or what you did or whatever happened. He said, what I'm looking at, most women don't want to press charges and they always go back. He said, promise me you won't go back. I said, I have no desire. I said, whatever y'all choose to do from this point on is fine with me. They finally find him. I don't know where they find him, but they arrested him. He said when we found him, he was talking gibberish about he knows his rights and who he is and what we can't do to him. And he said he had some drugs on him, so we're going to take him in for that. And we're going to take him for this, and this is a felony offense. He asked me, he said, did he try to cut off your air supply? I said, yes. I said, that was his go-to. He would choke me all the time. And he choked me several times tonight. The point where I almost lost my life. He said, this felony offense carries 2 to 10 years. 2 being the minimum, 10 being the maximum. He said, we're going to charge him with a felony offense and a misdemeanor for the drugs that he had. I kid you not. If it had not been for my mother, I would not have gone to the hospital. Because I literally didn't want to be made a fuss over. I didn't want to have to be in the hospital. My mind was on, I got church in 3 hours. And I was willing to try to clean myself up.
Oh, wait, Lord.
The needs of other people.
I was willing to clean myself up and still go to church. And my mama said, your dad said, we're going to the hospital now.
Yeah.
I text my minister music and I said, he beat me up real bad. We're going to the hospital. And I might be here for a while. I stayed in the hospital for 12 hours. When I got there, my mother, of course, being a mama, she was frantic and she was like, we need to get her back there now. And they asked me one question because they could see the blood all over my face. And the nurse said, we're going to get her back there now. She asked me one question. Did he try to cut off your air supply? And I said, yes, ma'am. It went from like a level 1 to a level 5 immediately. They treated me like I need open heart surgery. That's how seriously they take, because to choke somebody is attempted murder. To try to take life from somebody, cut off their air supply, is attempted murder. And that night, that boy tried to take my life from me. And I didn't fight him back. My mama took pictures of the way as long as my nails are, I just got them done. Not one nail was broken. Because I didn't fight back. I heard God say, don't touch him. I know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Don't touch him. Because I knew exactly what I was dealing with. When you're dealing with somebody who is very much so used to flipping the script, making sure that he's looked at as the victim in every situation, he was going to absolutely make it seem like she fight niggas all the time. She's a nigga herself. Yeah. We were fighting. It was mutual. It was not mutual. I did not consent to him choking me.
Yeah.
I did not consent to him putting his hands on me. And I didn't do anything that would, not even talking back, that would warrant you to be angry enough to feel provoked to put your hands on me. This was the first time in ever that I was in full control of my emotions. So whereas I have always said, I'm on whatever you on.
Yeah.
This process has let me know you don't ever give anybody that much control over your emotions. I'm not on whatever you want.
That's right.
I'm on what I say.
Okay. If you could be any meme, what meme would you be?
Oh my gosh. Okay, lately. I gotta go by lately. Lately I've been